Hey guys, so today this video is going to be about negative emotions and how to handle them. So nobody likes being sad. It's probably one of the most challenging obstacles that people have to face. So I'm going to give 3 suggestions in order to handle being depressed. The first thing you need to do is you need to shift your viewpoint of what it means to be sad. Don't view sadness or anger or even hatred, like any kind of negative emotion, as something bad that you need to avoid. No emotion that you feel is ever wrong. Never wrong. It's natural. Of course, there are actions based on these emotions that are wrong, but the actual emotion itself is not wrong. Everybody needs to experience pain and hardship in order to overcome it and become a stronger and richer person. Also, what you need to do is you need to appreciate the balance of everything, including your emotions. If you didn't know what it was like to be sad, you wouldn't know what it was like to be happy either. That's the first thing you need to do, is fundamentally shift your viewpoint of negative emotions and sadness as not something painful that you need to avoid, but something that is a part of living, a part of being a human being, and something that you need to embrace and accept. Ultimately, the next tip I have is, once you do experience this sadness, it can be hard to get out of it, to overcome it. Sometimes it can consume you, and that's when it gets really, really dangerous. So the next 2 tips I have are for sort of conquering your sadness. The first of these 2 tips is a very, very practical tip, and I'm going to tell you it because it has worked so well for me and my experiences with sadness. You need to make sure that you are in really, really good physical health, because the state of your body will dictate the state of your emotions. They are very connected. So if you are not in a healthy place right now and taking care of your body, it will significantly, I can't stress how much it will affect the state of your mood on a day-to-day basis. So you need to ask yourself some very simple questions, like, did you get enough sleep? Obviously, you know that if you're sleep deprived, you are not in a good mood. Are you hydrated? Yes, if you're dehydrated, it will lower your energy levels, and you obviously won't be in an energetic, joyful mood. Are you eating too much junk food? What you eat will reflect out. If you can honestly say that you aren't doing these things to take care of yourself, you need to make them a priority in order to become a happier person and to better be able to handle negative emotions and sadness. And my last tip, and this is something that I actually experienced quite recently, is just to push through your sadness sometimes. Sometimes you are just going to be sad and there's really nothing you can do about it, and you could be sad for days or weeks on end, and it's really up to you to push through it. You will need to force yourself to do the things that are important to you, to stick to your goals and your commitments. Do not let sadness overcome you and control you and your future, because that's what will happen if you become so sad that you can't do the things that are important to you. And it will be a downward spiral at that point, because you won't be productive, and so you'll feel worthless about yourself, and that will cause you to be more sad, and so on and so on. So you have to push through the pain. Yes, it will be painful to force yourself to do things that you don't want to do, because when you're sad, you just want to lay around and do nothing. You want to watch a movie. You want to do something that's very unproductive. Don't do that. Make yourself do the things that you committed to do. So, for example, when I was sad for probably a week, and this mood would just not go away. I forced myself to work out, because I knew that exercising, it's been proven scientifically that physical activity will boost your mood. So I forced myself to stay on my workout routine, and I forced myself to practice piano, which is what I'm doing right now. And I didn't want to practice piano because learning is painful, and I was already in a state of pain when I was sad, but I made myself do it. And you know what? After about a week of continually doing these things, I began to feel better. I began to feel better about myself, and I felt much stronger. Because when you make a commitment, you're in a different state of mind. You're in a motivated state of mind. You're in an inspired state of mind. Well, the trick is, in order to stay loyal to that commitment, is to force yourself to do it, even if you're not in that same mood that you were when you first made that commitment. You have to do it anyways, and that's the reality of discipline. So when I did these things, I kept going. I began to feel a sense of worth again, and I really felt a very strong sense of power and strength because I was able to overcome myself, that part of me that was telling me to give up. I was able to win that battle against that part of me because everybody has that side. That's a very powerful, powerful feeling, and you will experience a lot of spiritual growth if you are able to experience something similar to it. Okay, so those are my tips, guys, and I hope that they can help all of you out there. And I would like to just give a disclaimer. If you feel that you are clinically depressed, not just normally sad, you need to go seek professional help. I am not a doctor, I am just a person who gives life advice. Okay guys, I hope you have a good week. Okay, bye.